It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was an age of wisdom. It was an age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. We had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven. We were all going directly the other way. Welcome to my mania. You have been bested by Jake Johnson with Untethered. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Wow, wow, wow. What a day has it been. It's been like Monday. And I don't know what to say about that other than, man, it's been manic. I'm here somewhere in the mountains of North Carolina. I got my Mountain Dew, I got my guitar, I got my cigarette, I got my friends, and I got my podcast. What do you got? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. All one of you. Hello, 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 everybody. Suddenly I feel disgruntled and I don't know why. Like putting on a protest or something. Shoot, I might wear a mask. Who knows? But if I wear a mask, it's going to be one of these. Like I'm going to a ball. And I'm going to dare anybody to say something. Hey, you should wear a mask. You didn't specify what kind. If Alyssa Milano can wear a crocheted piece of blanket that's cut into the shape of a mask, then I can wear a ball mask. I'm just saying. What are your thoughts on being muzzled? What do you think about that? Is it possible that we might be going just a little bit crazy here in America? Could it be that we might just be overreacting a little bit for the sake of political drama or theater? I think it might be. That's why you come here, to get your mind off of it for a little while. You gotta say no every now and then. You gotta just stand up and go, you know what? I'm done. I don't think I want anymore. I've listened, I've observed, and I think I know what's best for me. And I don't think I need anybody telling me what's best for me. Maybe that's what you got to do. I don't know. Or maybe you just go along with the program and just do whatever you're told. I'm not that guy, but you might be. Things are quiet on a Monday, I see. Easy, Sensei. I got 104 Mussolini. 104-pound Mussolini. I have a Mandalorian helmet. No mask, no madness. Clan wore masks. That's right. Stormtroopers wear masks. That's right. And for some reason, I'm not getting my chats in my OBS. I don't know why. I might have to pop out this website chat so I can see what everybody's saying. For a minute there, I thought nobody was here. Did you put that there? Welcome to live chat. To guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines and learn more. That's new. I hadn't seen that before. Your dad is being a bit crappy. Hey, Darlene, how you doing? Let me see if I can put something in the chat here. Let's see if it works. That's weird. It's grayed out. You didn't get my chat, did you? I'm fine. My chat's being a little weird tonight. I don't know why. My chat says, sorry, chat is closed. Time to find another stream. Am I being got by YouTube? I don't know what's happening here. My settings look right. Let me try refreshing the page and see what happens. Somebody say something new. Alright, well let me try this then. See if you get this. Anybody see that? Hello, bad chat? I guess I can just do it this way. Whoa! Now I'm getting all kinds of weird artifacts on the screen. I think I might be going crazy. That looks better. Oh well. I'll just do it this way then, because I'm not going to fight with it. It's too late to be doing technical troubleshooting at the moment. It works this way, so I'll just do it this way. And I can see what you're saying. And that's all that matters. Let me just resize this little screen. There. Now, where was I? We were talking about masks and how it feels to be muzzled in a free country. You know, the country we live in. Sometimes I wonder if we're not trying to go in another direction unbeknownst to our country's citizens. You know, like, hey, let's try what Germany did back in the 50s, 40s, 30s. Well, if we do that, it's going to turn out the same way that it did then. Because that's the nature of that beast. It is ridiculous. And as many times as our grandparents have told us, learn from your mistakes, or history repeats itself. Or, you know, there's nothing new under the sun, not even the sun. It's amazing to me that more people haven't figured this out yet. that the reason that we remember our past is so that we don't repeat our past, and that we learn from it and grow from it and become better people because of it. Not in spite of it, but because of it. Because everything has a beginning, and everything goes through turmoil. It goes through growing pains, and then you grow up and you are wiser for it. All the bad things that have happened to me in my life, I wouldn't change any of it for the world, because it all made me who I am. And who I am is pretty cool. And who you are is pretty cool too. So why don't we stop trying to change the past and rewrite it? Now, that's pretty blue. And embrace it. And remember that we are a pretty great country. Nancy Pelosi, I'm talking to you. Stop your bullshit. We don't want to go back to the past. We don't want to be Nazi Germany. We want to be wild and crazy Americans who are free. The world said wear a mask and everybody just does it. I don't understand people. I can't breathe in them. Not the whole world, because I ain't put one on yet. I refuse. If I get sick, I'll wear a mask. If I see someone else who is sick, I'll avoid them. Those little masks do not work to stop a virus. They only stop your spit from leaving your mouth. The problem with this is now it stays right here at your mouth. And you get this little wet patch in front of your mask because it's just a little thin piece of cloth or paper. And you have a wet environment right in front of your mouth to which you suck in air through. And if there's virus in the air, it stays on the mask and goes right into your mouth. You're very much better off breathing air than breathing through that mask. And unless you have a gas mask with a charcoal filter or something like that, it's not going to help you with a virus. Me too. No, they don't work, and they make you sick. Absolutely. Well, they have the potential to make you sick. They don't always make you sick, but they could make you sick. And we don't want to be made sick. We want to survive the pandemic. Which is very real, by the way. It just happens to be overinflated and overblown for the sake of political theater, which is not good for the American people. It isn't even as bad as the flu seasons that we've had in the past. It's bad, but it's not that bad. I think they said that a total, as of today, since the beginning of this, that 5 million people have died from it. And that's with overinflated numbers. We don't know the actual number because they're overinflating the numbers. But according to the overinflated numbers, 5 million people have died in America from COVID since it started back in February. That sounds like a whole lot of people until you realize that we have just a little over 300 million people in America. And that's not counting all the illegals and people that we don't know that are here. Only the ones that have registered the census, we have over 300 million people in America. So 5 million isn't even 1%. It's not even 0.5%. So in the grand scheme of things, it isn't that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad, and it is recoverable. We are going to get through this. We are going to make it. We're not going to die off. This is not an extinction level event, despite how bad the Democrats want you to believe it is. The only thing to fear is fear itself and people who are selling fear. They're kind of creepy. So, the best thing you can do is stick to your guns, say your prayers, avoid large crowds, stay out of cities. For God's sakes, don't go to cities. Those things are crumbling right now. You don't want to be anywhere near a city. You do that, and you're going to be fine. You will survive. If you, however, walk on the wild side and spend your time in big cities and, hang all over your buddies all the time, go out partying and drinking and breathing everybody's personal space, you're going to find out real quick that you have COVID, and you're probably going to get real sick. And if you're over a certain age and you're a certain type of health, you might even die from it. You don't know if April will have time to get on tonight. The numbers aren't right. They say people are dying of COVID when they're dying of when they actually didn't. No, there's people dying. The problem is they're dying of the things that they've always died of. Diabetes, heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, that sort of thing. Only they're not reporting it as that. They're reporting it as COVID-19. So COVID-19 has cured cancer and kidney failure and stroke and heart attack and all of that other stuff. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You just never know about a feller. Could be that once the election happens, all this stuff will just fade into obscurity, just poof, disappear. A big swig of nothing. That's right. What do they say on Fox News? It's a nothing burger. A nothing burger with fries and a Coke. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant. I was just articulating it for you. Hopefully she'll be on soon, cooking dinner and dealing with 2 of the babies. Yeah, well, she might make it. If she don't make it, that's understandable. I won't hold it against her. I'll just be really sad. I'm just kidding. And so, I think we're going to do all right. I think November is just around the corner, and it's going to hype and hype and hype and hype, and everybody's going to hyperventilate, and everybody's going to be huffing and puffing and steam out of their ears, and then November 7th will happen, and then poof, everything will be back to normal, and Trump will be cohorting with the Russians or whatever again, and that's all you'll hear for the next year. And slowly, you'll just stop hearing about COVID-19, just like you did the swine flu, just like you did SARS, just like you did H1N1, just like you did AIDS, just like, this has been going on for a while. But this isn't the first time we've been terrified that everybody's going to die. This is just the most recent one. Remember AIDS? Remember Oprah Winfrey saying that by 1999, 1 in 5 people will have died of AIDS? 1 in 5. That's like everybody. That didn't happen. Sonny had the swine flu. Better check her out. She might have the COVID-19 too. Yeah, they love fear because it's the only thing that'll sell the craziness that they're trying to put out. Because normal, rational, well-rounded minded people see their ideas as ludicrous and crazy, and would be like, no way, we're not doing that. That's ridiculous. Why would you even think something like that? So they have to terrify you so that you just go along with it. And half the time they don't even tell you what they're doing. They just pass it off in these little bills, like stimulus package, which has a lot of things in it that ain't got nothing to do with a stimulus package. They just slip it in. And because you want the stimulus package, you get the other stuff with it. It's crooked. The whole thing's crooked. There's nothing good in Washington except for Trump. As crazy as that sounds. He's the only good thing happening in there right now. Because he's the only thing that wasn't anticipated. See, this whole thing has been set up from the get-go. And they've been working it slowly and surely, trying to get us towards that one world system. That new world order where everybody has the same money and everybody has the same religion and everybody relies 100% on the government for everything. That's what they've been trying to do for the last 100 years, 200 years. Trump comes along out of nowhere and just blows their plans right out of the water. They did not expect that. They didn't see that coming. Even up to the last minute, they were saying Hillary wins. I was watching the TV the night it happened, and I could see their faces fall. I mean, they went, oh. And then they started crying on national television. They did not see Trump winning. It was like, goodness gracious. And it's been that way ever since. They have fought him every single day on every single decision. Kept him in court this whole time. It's a wonder he's been able to get anything done. Had they not opposed him on anything, Trump would have done more than any president in human history. And probably more than several of them at once. But they fought him on every single thing he's tried to do. And he's managed to get a few things done. Not nearly as much as he wanted to get done, but about a quarter of it. I guess that's something. I mean, it's more than Obama did, so... I mean, agree with him or disagree with him, he's getting things done. So that's good, I guess. At least we're moving in a direction that isn't straight down to Hades. I've heard God mentioned on TV more than I've ever heard it mentioned on TV since Trump's been president. Matter of fact, for a while there, I thought they were scared to even mention the word. Never heard anybody say anything about Jesus, and I hear that on the news all the time now. So that's pretty cool. It's crazy everyone loved Trump before he became president. That's right. Now everyone hates him because he's trying to fix the world's problems. That is correct. I don't know how much corruption he's involved in, but he's not perfect either. But at least he's trying to do something for America, which is more than anybody else is doing right now. Everybody else is trying to destroy America. So I'm patriotic. I came up the old way when you believed in your country and you stood by what you believed in. So for that reason, I support what he's doing. And I'll vote for him as many times as they'll let me. And maybe he'll be able to get something done that they can't screw up when they take over after he's done, because he can only run this last time. He can't run again. And who knows who's going to be president next? Probably Nancy Pelosi. That will be terrifying. Because that woman is like the devil's secretary. So I encourage anyone who watches my videos, regardless of what you believe in, go out and vote in November and vote for America, whatever that means. Yes, I feel the same way. I don't dislike his politics because I don't think he has any. I think he's a businessman and he falls wherever he thinks he can do the most of whatever it is he's trying to do. In this case, he's been talking about it since the 80s, and he's got a thing against China, and he's all about that money, and money is what makes the world go around, apparently. So in this case, his politics line up with my politics, which is what I want to see is a free America with very little governmental involvement. as little as possible. So I actually fall in line with some of his politics, and I think that if the winds of trade were to shift, so would his politics. You know, he was a Democrat for a long time, till they went crazy, and it's called the Overton window. It's the window through which things are viewed, shifted, and went further left. So all the people who called themselves Democrats found themselves on the right side of the Overton window. So now all the Democrats are right-wing. And they're like, I didn't do anything. I'm still who I always have been. But politics moved. So now I'm not a Democrat anymore. I'm a Republican. And it just kind of keeps going that way. And it gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And the people that used to be Democrats are finding it harder and harder to stay Democrats because they don't agree with this crazy new way of thinking that's going on. And the people that were right-wing found themselves extreme right-wing, or some might even say alt-right, until they hijacked that statement and turned it into a Nazi name. We're not Nazis. We just don't agree with the typical Republican way of doing things. You think that a bird has flown... Oh, you're talking about Biden. Yeah, that guy's Looney Tunes. His elevator don't go all the way to the top. He does not need to be running the country, or he doesn't need to be running an automobile, or a bank account, or anything. I wouldn't trust that guy to make a phone call. Because most likely, if he wins, he's not going to be the president. Whoever he picks to be his running mate's going to be the president. He's just going to be the face, while the other people are doing everything behind his back, and he's going to agree with everything they say. And that will be really bad for us. I can't believe he's made it this far either. The only reason he has made it this far is because he's been propped up by the media. If he was running on his own merits without their help, he'd have been bowed out a long time ago, because he can't touch Trump. And if he gets in the ring with him and debates him, Trump's going to eat his lunch. Plain and simple. There is no contest there. Joe Biden cannot spar with Trump. Trump's a master. He's a master at manipulation. He's a master at pressing buttons and getting people to react. He's a master at saying one thing and making you look at it while he's doing something else. That's pretty smart. He's a very smart guy. He talks like he's an idiot, but he's not an idiot. I promise you that. He's probably one of the smartest people in politics. Just look at how the media responds to him, and that's by design. He meant for that to happen. Why do you think he keeps poking at them even when they're not doing anything? He's trying to keep their ire up, trying to keep tension between the two, because he uses that to great effect. He'll get the media all riled up about some crazy tweet that he puts out. Meanwhile, he's passing laws left and right. They don't even mention it because they're all talking about that crazy tweet. It's pretty smart. That's good politicking for a guy that's never been a politician. You've always been Republican? I've always been right-wing. I don't know if I'd always have called myself a Republican. I'm more akin to a radical, a free radical. I kind of like things the way I like them, and I don't like other people telling me how to do things. But as I get older, and when money becomes an issue, I start becoming a Republican real fast, because I believe in fiscal responsibility and, you know, all the money stuff. I ain't never been able to get behind the Democratic way of thinking. Because these people are just whiners. They just whine about everything, and they're a victim over everything, and they have no personal responsibility, and they want to be able to do whatever they want to do with no consequences. And I can't abide by that. If you do the crime, you got to pay the time, or however that goes. You know what I'm saying? You screw up, you get punished. That's how it works. You don't get away with it scot-free. I know when I screw up, I have to pay for it. So if I have to pay for it, you should have to pay for it. Don't you think? You just never know, man. I'm telling you. The older I get, I guess I'm getting to that age where I'm like the guy on the front porch hollering at the kids to get off my lawn, because I'm starting to feel like, you know, back when I was a young whippersnapper, things made sense, and now everything's crazy. I'm out there going, I built this cruise missile to stop these kids from playing ZZ Top. Whew. I just don't know what to think about all this rioting. See, when I was a kid, if I tried to riot, my mama would have hit me in the head with a frying pan, and that'd have been the end of that. Do what you're told. Pa-tang. Yes, ma'am. How short you want the grass cut? Kids today, they just... I mean, where are all these people's parents? Don't any of these people have jobs? How are they able to stay out for 78 days and riot and burn down an entire city and don't even go to jail for it while on drugs? I started a fire one time when I was a kid, and I still haven't lived it down. I'm pushing 50. These people are burning down a whole city and getting away with it. The governor is saying, it's all right, go ahead, burn it down. We'll rebuild it. Mr. Trump, can we borrow some money to rebuild our city? No, you cannot. You ask for it. You build it back. Don't take it out of my tax money. Lockdown. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. It's April. You did make it. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. Yes, I can. I know it's so bad. God is probably sitting there just shaking his head in disbelief. He's probably, you know, priming the pump. I know I said I'd never do it again, but you guys are pissing me off. That's what I think, anyway. You know, there's more water where that came from. That's what he's probably saying. Well, he was disappointed a long time ago, and I don't think it's gotten any better. There are brief moments of reprieve where people actually do good, and then it's quickly overshadowed by chaos once again, and it just keeps happening. And America will probably fall just like Rome did, and just like countless other civilizations and empires have fallen, because you can only get so big and then you implode. And the only way we got as big as we are now is by believing the tenets of the Bible, by establishing a country on Christian fundamentalism. That is the only reason we survived this long. We would have been overtaken a long time ago had we not had those moral directives. Now they're getting rid of them one by one, and as you can see, as they go away, more chaos ensues, more craziness happens, more people go insane. 20 years ago, just before they took the 10 Commandments out of courthouses, if I were to come up to you and tell you what's going on right now, you would call me a liar and say, that's not possible. There's no way this country will ever get that way. 20 years. It's amazing to me to even think about. Shoot. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he said, I remember when they didn't even have Blu-rays. I said, son, I remember when they didn't even have movies. If you wanted to watch a movie, you had to go to a theater. I remember when there was no such thing as cassette tapes, or DVDs, or CDs, or Blu-rays, or MP3s, or anything else. It's amazing how far the world has come in just 50 years. You wish you were in the background? Yeah, me too. Yeah, unbelievable. Like, not even fathomable. We could have a conversation about it and laugh about the absurdity of it, and today it's reality. And we're talking just a couple of years ago, not even that long ago. 2015, it would have been hard to believe. Wow, thank you very much. I enjoy them. I look for good ones. I've been looking for some unusual ones, but they're hard to find because they have to be, royalty free, or I can't use them. So I have to find ones that are made that are long enough, that aren't just little short clips that will, pad out the hour that I'm on TV. And they're hard to find. So I'm looking. I'll find some more later. So that's my rant on politics anyway. Anything else y'all want to talk about? You want to hear some music or whatever? Bring up a subject. Let's have some fun. You like the waterfalls too? Okay, I'll see if I can't find some waterfall. Look, there you go. Your wish is my command. Well, that's not a waterfall. That's a wave upside down. All right. I'll find you some waterfalls. Maybe Niagara or something in South America. Yeah, play some music. Okay. You figured out why communism works in Fallout? Because it's make-believe? And they leave out all the parts where people eat each other because of communism? Yeah, I want to leave Sunday to just teaching. I don't want to do any music on Sunday. I'll do all the music you want Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, though. Something snappy. I can handle that. Let me finish my cigarette and I'll get right to it. Yeah, everyone does what they're told, what they're programmed to do. That's right. But they leave out the part where people go, yeah, I'm not doing that. Or, hey, if you can control everybody, I can control everybody even better. So I'm going to stab you in the back and take your power. And then you end up Venezuela, where people are killing each other for toilet paper. Did you know that 10 years ago, Venezuela was one of the richest countries in the world and had vast prosperity? And they were higher than us in economic prosperity 10 years ago. Now, I don't do a whole lot of gospel music. And what is communism? Communism is the act of living in a commune where you share everything and everyone has equal rights and not rights, but equal share in everything. Like if I have a pizza, you can come take half of my pizza because we're sharing everything. But you don't have to actually buy the pizza. You can just take mine. Or if you want to get your tooth pulled, I have to contribute to pay for it because we're in a commune. That's what communism is, in a nutshell. And the government runs everything. Everybody lives in little cubicles. Everybody watches the same thing on TV. Everybody has the same opinion. If you dissent and have your own opinion, then that's considered wrong think, and you can get in trouble for it or go to prison for it or shot for it. That's communism. Communism never works. Ever, not once in the millions of times it's been tried. It only works if there's only 12 people. If there's 12 people on an island, then yes, communism will work. 7 people, something like that. When you have 300 million people, communism will not work. It can't work because there's too many different opinions. There's too many different needs. What you need may not be the same thing I need, and forcing your needs on me may make me feel like I'm being taken advantage of, and I might want to rebel against you, or maybe even fight you for my right to be who I am. And there goes communism. Yeah, if you're planning to kill 800 million people, then yeah, communism might do good. If you want everybody to end up in gas chambers, kind of like happened in Germany, where somebody got the idea that only one race was the race that needed to survive. You got it. You know when you work at a restaurant and they make you share your tips with all the waitresses? That's communism. It's also not right. Those are your tips and you worked for them. You don't have to give them to other people. You shouldn't have to split with the house. You shouldn't have to split with your fellow servers. If they're not good servers, they don't get tipped. That's capitalism. That incentivizes good service. If communism is everybody gets paid a base rate, then there's no incentive to work harder than anyone else, because you don't have to do anything at all and you're still going to get the same amount of money. It's evil. That's correct. It's the kind of life you really don't want to be a part of. Yep, I overtip too sometimes, if the service is good. But if I get crappy service, you get a crappy tip. Or none at all, depending on how bad you are. But then again, that's capitalism. If you impress me, I give you money. If you provide a service for me, I pay you. If we lived in a communistic world, what I'm doing right now could not exist. What I'm doing is trying to create my own business where I provide a service and I get paid for that service by the people who subscribe to that service. That couldn't happen in a communist state because it doesn't matter what I do. Everybody gets paid the same amount of money. So there's no reason to go to medical school for 8 years and then be a resident for 8 more years before becoming a doctor, because you're going to make the same amount of money no matter how hard you work or how little you work. So there's no incentive. There's no entrepreneurship because nobody wants to take a chance or gamble on something that may turn into a dud or it may turn into a success. And you didn't like it either, did you, April, when they made you share your tips? You felt like you were being cheated because you earned those tips by being a good server. And now you have to divvy it up among the house and the other servers. It almost seems like the system is rigged so that you can't make a living. And that's exactly what communism is. They don't want anybody to stand out or be special. They don't want anybody to rise above anyone else. They want everything level. And they'd probably give you, mind-altering drugs so that you didn't have too many highs and lows, that you just stayed even keel, had no emotions, didn't speak out or, rise up. That is the inevitable direction that communism always leads to. Communism ends in genocide. That's just it. It always does. It starts out wonderful, but it ends in genocide every time. It always has, throughout history. And it's not going to work this time if the left-wing libtards get in power and they start turning this into a communist country. It's not going to work. This country will fall, and then we'll be all speaking Chinese in 20 more years. All right. Come over here and sit by me. Tell me everything I want to hear. I pretend that I can't see the reason you're back over here. You look cold, I'll build a fire. There's a whole box of wine in the fridge. We won't talk about what's his name. That's just water under the bridge. Yeah, you made up your mind. You ain't here with me tonight, so kiss me one more time. Cross every T and dot every I. You pretty little lie. You pretty little lie. I thought we had it all figured out. There was me and there was you and him. I was hoping for a chance to cuss you out, but then you came walking in. Then it hit me like it ain't hit me before. I guess it ain't gonna change. So it's you and me sitting on the floor. I'd let you get away with anything. Yeah, you made up your mind. You ain't here with me tonight, so kiss me one more time. Cross every T and dot every I. Oh, pretty little lie. Pretty little lie. Pretty little lie. Pretty little lie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you made up your mind. You ain't here with me tonight, so kiss me one more time. Cross every T and dot every I. Oh, pretty little lie. You pretty little lie. Pretty little lie. You pretty little lie. A damn lie. You a damn lie. Damn lie. You a damn lie. There you go, something punchy. Something upbeat and ready to go. That is Pretty Little Lie by Blackberry Smoke. That's a hell of a song. Thank you. Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep I said they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I ain't carrying all my clothes. There ain't no change in the weather. Ain't no changes in me. There ain't no change in the weather. Ain't no changes in me. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to be free. Yes, I said I dig them Georgia peaches. Makes me feel right at home. I said I dig them Georgia peaches. Makes me feel right at home. Might go out to California. Might go to Georgia, I don't know. Makes me feel right at home. I said I dig them Georgia peaches. Makes me feel right at home. Might go out to California. Might go to Georgia, I don't know. Call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. I said they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. I ain't carrying all my clothes. Mr. Breeze. There you go. That's some Lynyrd Skynyrd for you, Mr. Breeze. Hell yeah. I'm good and pumped up now. There are stars in the southern sky, and other words to this song. If ever I learn how to sing more than one verse, I'll go down the 7 Bridges Road. songs about the Southland. Miss old band man once again, and I think it's a sin. Y'all. Well, I heard old Nia sing about her. Heard Neil Young now put it down. Hope Neil Young will remember. Jake Johnson don't need him around anyhow. Y'all sing with me out there. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming on to you. Here I come. Birmingham, they love the governor. Oh, 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 we all did what we could do. What I get doesn't bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Now tell the truth. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue with the governors too. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming on to you. Here I go. Alabama. Muscle Schultz have got the JJB. That's me. I've been known to pick a song or two. Lord, they get me off so much. Pick me up when I'm feeling blue, baby. How about you that's singing Sweet Home Alabama, where the skies are so blue and tell the truth. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming on to you. Here I go. Go to bed. There you go. Anybody mind if I go to bed? I'm so tired and falling asleep at the wheel. You go to bed. Be all right. I'll see you Wednesday. I love you. Going where the lonely go. You got it. Understand? Some rest. I love you. True sweet dreams. Okay, here we go. Rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go, anywhere the lights are low, going where the lonely go, making up things to do, not running in all directions trying to find you. I'll be rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go. I've got to keep going, I can't lay down, sleep won't hardly come where there's loneliness all around. I've got to keep going, traveling down a lonesome road. I'll be rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go. I've got to keep going, I can't lay down, sleep won't hardly come where there's loneliness all around. Yeah, I've got to keep going, traveling down a lonesome road. I'll be rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go. I'll be rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go. There you go. That's a Merle Haggard for you. Kev, what's up, buddy? We have kids over, so how about playing Why Don't We Stay Sober and Not Screwed? I don't think that rhymes. Thank you, April. Good night, Aunt Darlene. Just hit the like button before you leave. What's next? What are we doing? Kids. Think about a lullaby. Think about a lullaby. Baby, close your eyes, don't cry. Think about a lullaby. Think about a lullaby. Think about a lullaby. You're safe here with your mama now. Think about a lullaby. Think about a lullaby, think about a cloud in the sky, think about a butterfly. You can count your little sheep, but babe, you got to go to sleep. You're safe here with your mom and I. Think about a lullaby, think about a lullaby. Baby, close your eyes, don't cry. Think about a lullaby. Baby, close your eyes, don't cry. Think about a lullaby. I used to sing that to my babies when they were little tiny things. Goodness gracious, that was a long time ago. What you got, April? Well, my bucket's got a hole in it. Yeah, my bucket's got a hole in it. Yeah, my bucket's got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Yeah, I'm standing on the corner trying to catch a ride. When my boss man drove by, he was in a high. Yeah, my bucket's got a hole in it. Yeah, my bucket's got a hole in it. My bucket's got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. I'm sitting on the townhouse, I'm trying to get the girl. She been heading out her song, doing the beat-by-beat. Yeah, my bucket's got a hole in it. Oh, my bucket's got a hole in it. Said my bucket's got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Little Hank Sr. What you got for me, apes? Great Sky Troll, anything you'd like to hear, sir? Kev? I really do appreciate the fact you're sitting here. I just think I'm going crazy and I want a beer. But I've got kids at home, so I can't get nasty like I want. Honey, why don't we drink tea and don't screw and drink beer, drink tea. I just bought a water bed, but you can't see it because we'd get too crazy. Bartender, go back home. I'll think about beer. But in the meantime, I won't get drunk and screw like a deer. That's hard to do. You're watching Game of Thrones? Skip season 8. Unless you like coffee and bad writing. And I ain't but just about 5 minutes away from watching the back of my eyelids. Yes, sir. It's been a day watching Game of Thrones. Supposed to be watching Jake Johnson's. That's all right, I understand. I appreciate you being here even if you're watching TV. Means a lot to me. You guys are supporting my endeavors and helping me get there. Now, if we can just get a few more people and I can start making some money, that'd be a wonderful thing. Spam only goes so far, if you know what I'm saying. But as long as I'm able, I'm gonna do something. Because I like this job. This is the best job I've ever had. The hours are good, and the clientele is awesome. And I'm good at it, so hey. Hey. How you doing, Rachel? Good to be here. Good to have you here. I mean, I'm here all week. Ask Rachel if there's anything she'd like to hear before I hang it up. Thank you, sweetie. Is there anything you want to hear before I go? Anything in particular, I mean? You know I like my chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine. That's home, you know, sweet tea, pecan pie, homemade wine, where the peaches grow. My house is nothing much to talk about, but it was raised with love in the shade of a Georgia ground, with a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a baby's love. Running it wrong, right for my life, let freedom forever fly, let it ring, salute the ones who died, the ones that gave their life. They don't have to sacrifice all the things they love, like my chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and a radio. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, know a baby's love. Reggae. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, know a mother's love. I wanna see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, know a mother's love. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Press all the buttons until they can't be pressed anymore. Follow one of the links in the description below to get yourselves a t-shirt or a baseball cap or a face mask. I got those too, and fanny packs, and anything else you want. But if you really want to help me out, if you really want to do something solid for the musician, paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps, and I can use it. So thanks, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great night. Good night.